Hey Lars, hey Millie. How you doing? He's a big one. Crank this screen. Here. Hey Millie. No podium part. Go. Right, it's been a little while. It's a while since I've had my pedals plugged in. Everything's gonna remember where it's supposed to be. Maybe. Definitely. Time trial or two first. Just to check everything's working. Waiting for some crashes. Yeah, I mean, no doubt there'll be plenty in multiplayer. We get there. Have a little wiggle. I've tried putting my pedals up on this little wooden block that I have underneath my desk. It has a little bit of carpet on it just to help pedals stick, but it's also useful for resting my feet on. Hoping. And all the menu controls here look good. Good. Right, I can't even do a flying lap. It's definitely not going to be a flying lap. Any slight concern I have is I feel like the armrests are in a bit of the wrong place. Right, okay, well, most importantly, I don't know why that's on that menu. DRS is good. I honestly can't remember what buttons I had where, but maybe, yeah, that's gears fine. That's selecting stuff there, which is fine. I don't think those buttons did anything. That one does a replay. Fine. That one pauses. Excellent. No, sadly not. So, the 2020 game was actually completed before or pretty much completed, before the season really got started. And then, of course, it got delayed because of COVID-19. And with the track alterations, the Codemasters did say they weren't going to be able to add in the different tracks that came in last year. Hey Ben, how you doing? So that was a bit of a shame. Oh, that's really cool, Lars. That's really, really cool. Yeah, it's a shame because obviously people, when they did get to see the F1 again, it was really cool to see them racing on some of these older tracks and different tracks, and it's nice to see that some of those have made it into the calendar for this year as well. In fact, we're at Imola this weekend, I think. Really cool. But right, I think we've got these armrests. Ah, they go down. It's fine. I've had lent my chair right back to see if that's going to help as well. A little bit. I might have to go back a bit further because I quite like the idea of having my legs up higher. The only problem is with where my wheel is mounted on my desk, it's quite close to my knees. I think if I raise the chair up too much more, my knees are going to hit the bottom of my desk. The good news is the controls all seem to be working. And the pedals are doing they should be. Let's do one proper flying lap then. Oh, oh, game stutter! Oh god! Dear lord. Well, that didn't help. I don't know if that showed up on stream. We'll see if it showed up in the replay. I'm assuming not. I'm assuming I just started spazzing out. Yeah. Excellent. Right, well, we'll start back a bit as we get onto the straight. How's everyone doing? Hey, BR. Been a while, hasn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I know. What I just cut off my knees. I mean, if I could, Iceni, if I could, if they weren't attached to my feet and necessary for the pedals, then yeah, why not? I don't know. Let's see. It's the first time I've actually played F1 2020 in this chair. Ooh, in a bit of the green screen, the green screen cloth. That's quite good. It's just annoying that actually slightly irritating that the chair doesn't go down any further. But that's a pretty comfortable position. So I'll probably be complaining in about 5 minutes' time. Say that's a really uncomfortable position. We'll see. Right. But I don't know what happened with the game there, but. Oh. Actually, I do have some idea. When I boot the game up, it gave me the option to run it in DirectX 12 with Windows 10 only supported, or DirectX 11. Maybe it's a little bit buggy. See if we can get around one more. Awful last corner. See if we can get around one more lap without it. The game stuttering. That was almost good, but stuttering again. What's going on? Must be DirectX. We'll restart the game in a sec. It's good to know at least. A bit deep. A little ways off the personal best, but I think it has been. I'm not sure I've played F1 2020 this year yet. So we'll use that as the running excuse for now. Feel off this track though. Ah! That. Probably dropped one too many gears there, but really? That was a pretty decent lap otherwise. But in line with my personal best, that's alright. Right, we'll just quickly go to the BRB screen quickly while I restart the game and get rid of this DirectX Crap. It is. Pretty sure that's why it's stuttering. I'd love if I had the room for it and I had more time to play the game more, I guess. I'd love actually like a proper like stand for the pedals and wheel go on. That would be really, really cool. Wouldn't improve my driving at all. It would just yeah, let me feel the part. Why am I now only being asked? I didn't decline the terms and conditions. I said okay. Oh, such a good game, Lars. I unfortunately never had a Nintendo 64. But a friend did, and yeah, whenever I had the chance to go around their house to play games and things, we'd always play a bit of pretty good. See if this. If this works a bit better. Pretty sure I know what. Yeah, because DirectX 12 version. That one. Okay. Purchase VIP. Don't try this again. Thank you. Right, we'll do one more quick time trial lap just to make sure that wasn't. Yeah, it's not something else. Hoping it's not. Don't know what else I'm gonna do. The Epic Games Store notification. I haven't, BR. I've purposefully tried to avoid it a little bit because I don't feel as though I've played enough of 2020 yet to necessarily merit buying the next one. But I've had a look in my Steam library because I've pretty much had every single version since Codemasters took over the franchise back in like 2000. When was it? 2008, 2009, I think it was, when they started remaking them again. Well, not remaking them, but started making them again. And there are a couple. There's a handful at 2011 that I played. I've got so many hours on. Very deep. Doing a Valtteri Bottas. Don't mind me, just gonna go and cut the grass. But I mean, I have heard a couple of things about 2021, and it does sound really, really good. But I don't know. I'll see. Again, now that the Formula One season is back on TV, I'd quite like to stream more of it. So it's probably what I'll be aiming to do on Thursdays, and maybe we'll try and get a chance to stream F1 a bit more as well in the week, work permitting. But I'm sure I'll make the transition to F1 2021 when it comes out at some point. A much better exit. Did shift maybe a midge early, but I'm not up with this guy. Okay. No stuttering that time. That wasn't too bad. It was a little ways off my personal best on the track, but not too bad considering. Advance, right. Actually, there were some purples there. Great. I know, BR. I will be getting it. It's just, how long can I hold out? What have we been doing? We're doing ranked, I think, haven't we? Yeah, let's try 5 lapper. But yeah, I'm sure I will. I'll just see. Maybe I'll just have to make kind of deal with myself that I make sure to play at least X number of hours of it. Make it viable. No, afraid not, Reaper. We're parking Elite for a little while. Just while we wait for Odyssey to get a little bit further along. It's been out in alpha now. It's going through a couple of different waves of alpha testing. And yeah, we kind of just want it to give it a bit of time, give it some time for the bug fixes to come through, and for some feedback to be received and potentially fed back into the game where possible before we kind of pick up. But we will be returning to Elite. It's by no means off the cards entirely. So we will be returning to Elite when Odyssey is ready. Exactly. It'll give us some time to kind of polish up our FPS skills, because that's obviously one of the core elements in Odyssey being added to the game. Cool. By F1 2021, because that's out fairly soon as well. My conversion rate is correct. It's £67 for the deluxe F1 2021 edition. God, yeah, it keeps going up each year. I remember getting, I think the version of F1 2020 that I got was the, like, oh, do we not make it in time for the race? Alright, well, we've got a race to watch. Let's see who we can get. Who we've got? Crack. Great name. Oh, penalties galore all over the place. Oh, many a jump starts. Right, okay. Oh, they've stayed fairly... The rest of the pack has stayed fairly close. Oh, a bit of argy-bargy there. Oh, God, they're all over the place. Then again, there's space down that back straight for 4 or 5 abreast of the track. Alright, the lead. Oh, someone at the back. The leader's quite a long way out, though. He's got a nice little advantage already. That's got to be what? Probably coming up to 2.5, maybe? Maybe a bit more. Yeah. Over a 2.5. Last place. Second and third are quite close to one another. In fact, 4th place is coming up nicely as well. A little wide there. He's going to have... So he's going to be very close on the back straight. In fact, 4th place is moving up on him. Oh, down the inside maybe. I think he sent him round. He did. He did. He's gone off. Yep. And out of the race. $65 for the deluxe and just some fancy skins. Yeah, I mean, I got the Michael Schumacher edition. I think that's what it was called. For F1 2020, but it was only because I got a 3 days early. I mean, okay, but I'm quite happy to wait. And you'll probably find that you'll get those skins and stuff as DLC that you can pay a couple of quid for maybe a bit later on, I guess. So I'll probably just wait, probably get the somewhat cheaper edition. So the prices are certainly all coming up, but I guess my biggest regret of hours spent on F1 2020 is I didn't really get very far through the career mode. The only thing I guess that, I mean, I love the detail that's now in the career mode, but it does make it more difficult now that there is so much going on, just to be able to jump in and maybe do a couple of races because of the time investment. Because it takes a lot more time to work out what you're going to do in the R&D and do all your practice runs and everything else like that. It'd be good if maybe in the 2021 career mode there's a bit more configuration and customization around just what you can, what makes up a race weekend. Because at the moment, I quite like to be able to do a bit of the R&D, but maybe not so much of the practice session runs where you're having to build up all your tech tree points. Maybe there's another way that could be earned or delivered. That would be quite good. Because it'd be nice to get on and do more of the racing, but equally I'd still want to be able to do the qualifying sessions and a decent amount of that. So maybe that will be something that comes in F1 2021. That would be cool. I guess the 3 days early is useful for people, especially who are interested in the esports scene. And doing more multiplayer, and also 3 days early to get some quick time trials in and be able to actually say that, you know, you're the fastest on track in the world for a small period of time before everyone else gets it onto the game. Oh, 2-player career mode. Oh, that's cool. Because I think Haxo and I used to do. It wasn't really career mode. It was just like a Grand Prix season you could do in like 2-player, but it wasn't a like full-on career mode. You just do each race with the 2 cars and see where you get to at the end of it, and you could save the progress on that. But an actual like 2-player career mode could be really good fun. I'd really like that. Right, I think we're on, yeah, 3rd out of 4. Oh, Bargy. Oh, and he's got, yeah, he's gone. There's no way he was holding that. Where are they at the front of the race? So the only reason I'm staying on this one is because this is a fairly decent sized lobby and hard to come by on multiplayer, but we're almost there on the penultimate lap. He's actually reeling, second place is actually reeling in first a little bit. See where they get to. Oh, the guy in first place must have made a mistake round there because he's had him. Wunderbar. I mean, I don't know what's happened to this guy. He's just kind of lost all pace. He's got DRS now, but he's going to be too far back. Unless I don't know if he picked it up from that car behind, but he's got no one in front of him now, so. Plenty of bumping and Sons of Diglets being shouted. Exactly, they are. Exactly. I've no doubt that we'll encounter such a gameplay this evening at some point. I don't know if the guy was just like kind of caught napping or what, but Bosner, who's now in first place, just, yeah, along the back straight, made up all the distance, and Santa Claus is now, well, not very close. Third place has got nothing to worry about. But yeah, he's not gonna, I mean, unless he can make up, yeah, the 2 tenths in this next bit before the back straight and the DRS zone there, he's not going to get a chance to go past him. He's going backwards. What's happened? Well, okay. Going over the curbs. Maybe not the ideal. Because I'm always suspicious in these 5-lap races. I'm not convinced that there's much, if any, tyre where I don't even know if it is even actually a thing in this game mode, like in this number of races. I know in the longer ones, tyre wear comes into play, but they used to on older games. I don't know how it was balanced out for 2020. They used to scale the tyre wear based on the number of laps that you were racing. So technically, in a 5-lap race like this, after the 5 laps, your tyres would be pretty much through. But I don't know. I mean, certainly visually it doesn't look like it. But we'll see. But there we go. There's 5 laps. Bumping, you mean a Schumacher special? Oh my. Hopefully not. Hopefully not too many. Hopefully we won't have people trying to take us out. And hopefully we won't be bumping into too many people. We'll see. Has anyone been watching the F1 so far? I appreciate we've only had the one race so far this season, but it was a good one. And nice to see Mick Schumacher in the Haas, although kind of ashamed to see him in the Haas because it's by no means a competitive car, but nice to see the Schumacher name back in Formula 1. Shame about his teammate, but there you go. I think, like many of the memes on the internet at the moment, it'll be interesting to see how long Mazepin lasts in F1. I appreciate it. There has only been one race so far, but wasn't exact. Doesn't fill you with confidence in you, young driver, at the start of the season, making it to turn 1 and only turn 1. But hey ho. Oh wow! What a pose! Power pose. Da, da, da. I am glad the F1's back though. I was filling the void with the new Drive to Survive season on Netflix as well, which was really good actually. Really good to see, and interesting to see just how the sport changed last year under lockdown, and of course with the different excuse me, Pepsi. The differences with the different tracks coming in, or last minute, and all the drama that went on. Yeah. No, to be fair, like I say, I guess he saw the first corner and thought, nah. Oh, Cam has frozen, yeah. Let's. I had this problem last week. I mean, I'm grinning, so that's positive, I guess. Try the old turn it on and off again. I don't know if the I don't know if it's the USB port that it's in. Maybe having a go. There we go. What do we want? Yeah, Italy. Is my camera? Yeah, I think it is. We'll just keep an eye on it. I don't know if it's the cable or the little hub it's going into. If not, we'll whack it in the back of the PC and see what happens. Right, hang up. Italy. Monza. Here we go. How you doing, Harathi? Good week so far? It's almost over. Almost at the weekend. Ah. I'm pissed. Oh, I did. Bum, bum. I'm looking forward to the stream tomorrow night though. Playing some Horizon Zero Dawn. I'm very kindly gifted to me, but yeah, I'm very much looking forward to playing it. I've not touched it. It's installed. It's ready to go. It's all there, ready and waiting for us to play. And I've pretty much forgotten pretty much everything about the game since I played it on PS4. So I mean, like playing it all over again for the first time. Ba-da-bum, bum, bum. Ba-dum. It'll do. I mean, wonder how many people do actually go onto a 5-lap race and go, no, I'm not going to take the fastest tyre. I'm going to beat them all on the slower tyre. Pro move. Track's nice and hot. Air is nice and warm. Track is clear. Also got to do qualifying first. Ooh. Yep. Right. Lonzy. God, I hate this first corner. Just please brake. Could have probably taken a little bit more speed around that corner. Alright. Thought I was probably pushing it a smidge on the track limits there, but never mind. We'll see what our time would have been, would have compared to. To be fair, never a bad thing to be at the back here at Monza. Okay, not too bad. Yeah, never a bad thing really to be at the back at Monza because of the first corner crush. I think we were 123, so yeah, between 4th and 5th at the moment. That's not too bad. Bosner out in front though, very, very fast. How's he doing fine now? Yeah, had a super week, 2 job interviews lined up for next week. Excellent. Ah, good stuff. Well, I hope they go really well for you, bud, and I hope you have a nice, relaxing weekend ahead of all of that as well. You never complete that game. I mean, yeah, I've heard that as well. I've heard that as well, BR, in terms of just people saying, you know, I really should get on and play it because it's such a good game and the story's really good. So, looking forward to playing it with you all. Bada bum bum bum. Right. How many people have we got behind us? I mean, it is a decent sized lobby. There's going to be a decent sized pile up in this first corner, I feel. The problem we've kind of got is we don't really want to let off too early because there's still, I think there's 2 behind us. There, and then another 2 on the other side, so still another 4 cars that could pass us off the start, so I'll see. Get to. Oh, it's a sandwich already! Oh god! Oh! I mean, I feel like I was out ahead there with nowhere to go. Ooh, these tyres, You've got front wing damage. No. I don't really want to though because already at the back. Check your MFD for a new strategy option. They're playing bumper cars again. Oh, he's gone off. Oh god! Oh god! They've all gone off. I'm not looking where I'm going. I'm gone off. Come on. Behind him. Can't follow. I don't really want to pit. I mean, I've got hardly any front wing left, but... Ugh! Okay. I will pit. Understood. Stopping this lap. Oh, come on. Ah, game. Ah! Son of a Diglett. Taking leave from work to prepare. Awesome. That's good. That's good. It's a good idea. Good plan. Yeah, I do hope it all goes well for you, Rathi, and look forward to hearing about the exciting times ahead. Yes, come on, chaps. No rush. Come on. Hop to.
Release, release.
Yeah, the guy in front of me is 2 seconds penalty as well. Oh, God, I'm going to have to break. I've always felt this game is a little harsh in places where the pit lane exit comes out right before a very tight corner, and I swear it's going far too fast for you to slow down a decent amount of time without ruining your newly boxed tyres. Always feels like you lock up straight away coming out of the pits, and in some places.
Okay, DRS is now available.
It was go wide or have them send me into the wall. Right, I need to gain 2 seconds. Why? What's okay? Got one car off there.
Okay, clear.
A little hot there. I think we've. No, not yet. We still need about 700 second, hundredths of a second. Get rid of this guy.
Okay, gap ahead is 11.2 seconds.
Bit twitchy. Come on. Could really do with the guy behind me making a mistake. I think else I'm going to struggle to make up the time I need. They're ahead of him. Get the last point in this race. Much better. Oh, he's made a mistake. There we go. Okay, we're safe from him then. Getting a decent last lap then.
Final lap of the race.
backwards sliding out on that corner before I even finished getting around it. Always, if you get a bit too much curve on that last corner, it throws you far too far out on the right hand side and you start sliding back across it. Much like a Mr. Stroll and Vettel found out one yet. Okay, well, we stayed in 10th. Is it struggling in terms of display or? Oh no, that's actually it did actually have a blip then. I can see it had 4 faults on it. We'll see if it calms down a bit. Block the stream as well. Have a little look. Hopefully it's settled down. It looks like it's running okay at the moment. Yeah. Alright, yeah, well, yeah, keep an eye on it. Shout if it goes proper haywire, but I think it's alright at the moment. Yeah, it's probably just the game. It looks like they've changed a few bits on it. I think it might have been around what they did with DirectX stuff. I've switched back to DirectX 11 now, so hopefully that will sort itself out, but we'll see. I think I've set it to run at 60 frames, so maybe the stream, so maybe we'll, if we struggle a bit, we'll drop it down to 30. See what's what. What? I have had it. It was lagging a little earlier, but actually in game, so it might be the game. Yes. Hate the twisty first sector. The twisty first sector is, yeah, a pain in the backside. Just not enough space on the rest of the track out after the long straight to really make any moves. It's always very, very tight. Maybe into the last 3 corners if you carry enough speed, but certainly the last corner, it's a heavy braking zone. Oh, and that got Belgium anyway. Did everyone change at the last minute, or? Hey ho. Oh, let's have a look at what it said in the. Yeah, just a load of skipped frames. We could enable. Let's try. See if that makes any difference. Cool. Looks like the bitrate's pinging around. I've kind of had this problem with F1 in the past as well. I think it's one of the few games that seems to be a little bit laggy with Oh, for blimmin' heck, I know why. I'd got blimmin' wallpaper engine running in the background, isn't it? And that's tying up a load of GPU resource that is totally unnecessary. Let's let's pause that. That'll make life a bit easier. That'll probably be fine now. Oh dear. I've got a nice snowy scene. Snow falling on my screen. Two screens. Very therapeutic. Can recommend. But yeah, it does ramp the CPU up a little bit, which is totally unnecessary when gaming and streaming at the same time. Throws you into that corner. It's like the pits on this one as well. Throws you into that corner far too vigorously. Foot flat to the floor. Eighth gear, no idea. Oh, grass. Ah. I hate that corner. Never mind. It's going to take a bit of warm up. It's only our second race. Just follow the lines. It'll be fine. Easier said than done. This to himself. The infamous spot where Lando Norris came to a halt. Poor man, a lap short as well, and he'd have rolled over the line. It's a real shame. Stream all looks good okay at the moment. Bit rate is jumping over the place a bit. Maybe it is the 30 frames. Maybe it does need blurring to 30 frames down on this. But we get spikes up to almost 1,500 kilobits higher than it needs to be. Who knows? Maybe Twitch is having a funny five. See. Ba-da-dum dum dum. Oh, it's wet. It's raining. Oh no. Why are there so few people in here all of a sudden? Okay, well. Most important thing here is not to panic. Or spin the wheels too much. Or slide about too much. Or brake hard too much. Or accelerate too much. Or drive. Well, we'll see what we can do. Oh. Might have chickened out a little bit at the top of the hill and really eased off, but we've made it round the first 3 corners.
That's a decent start. Good job.
Thanks, Jeff. Okay, that's not so great. On the track. Keep it on the track. Everything's fine. You didn't just poop yourself. It really is horrible driving in the rain. I'm still not... I don't think there's been any of the Formula 1 games where I've really got to grips with driving in the rain. It's just... I've got to the point where I can enjoy it necessarily. Maybe getting... Yeah. Maybe not. I know in principle what's needed to stay alive and drive in the wet, but it's just so... It's even more hard work. I guess, and it's just, yeah, especially in these short 5-lap races where you're trying to go full on attack anyway, and then having to, come on. I coax the car around the corners. But as always, I always think it's incredibly impressive when they have a... Oh, okay, he's off. Oh, two of them. Thank you. I always think it's impressive when you have a wet race on TV, and then you suddenly see someone come kind of just cut through the pack as if their you know, the line that they're taking is completely dry. And some people are just, you know, masterful drivers in the wet and really almost drive better on it than they do in the dry. I mean, Jenson Button was always a driver that seemed to almost drive better in the wet than in the dry, and just be able to find grip where no one else could. In fact, I think Max Verstappen is quite similar in that regard. He's usually quite good in the wet. It's usually when the Mercedes come a little bit undone, a bit unstuck, because they're, at least historically, perhaps maybe a little bit less so this year. But they're typically, their cars... Oh, God. Blimmin' heck. Okay, well, that was fun.
Be careful with the front wing. You've taken some minor damage.
They're designed to run out in front. And as soon as they get caught up in spray and behind another driver, that's where they struggle, unless there's a lot of straight where they can deploy more of the engine power that Mercedes is known for. It becomes much more difficult. Whereas Red Bull is the Red Bull cars have always been cars that are good through the corners, fast through the corners, and good at fighting. But they've always had good aerodynamics, the Red Bull cars. I mean, that was one of the key things Vettel always attributed to a lot of his success at Red Bull, that their chassis and that their aerodynamics were always very good. Don't overcook it. I mean, I'm not gonna say too much, but look where we are. Look where we are right now. We've had people come in and pit behind us, so we've got a pretty good gap. And other than that little spill that we just had, if we can keep stum on the track, we might be alright. There's definitely a rhythm to, like, driving in these games in the wet. Ooh. And sometimes you just hit the corners and the apex is just right and you think, oh yeah, that was good. But it's certainly all very much encompassed around, you know, not being afraid to take your foot off and let the car slow itself down. rather than using the brakes, and certainly easing off where you need to. God. Problem is, in the wet, as I'm trying to do there, in the dry, the car would have gone round, would have turned and gone round those corners, and even here it would have come in tighter on that apex, but it's just, it's sliding all over the place in the wet, and I don't put too much force down on the brakes, just because that'll be the end of it. But we're doing alright, we're doing alright. Nobody panic. A bit too much on the outside curb there. Locked up a bit. Oh, a bit too much. Okay. Just trying not to make any sudden movements. Or cut the track too much.
This is your final lap of the race.
Oh, the brakes are squeaking. Had to back out. Maybe into the barrier. God, the guy behind me is catching though. He's suddenly woken up. Easy. Almost. Easy. Easy girl. Lagger has won the race. Oh, we made it! We survived! We survived! It's all good. Love driving in the rain. Oh, could you not tell? Same with horses. Some like it wet, some like wet ground, while others like dry and in between. Expect otherwise from a Dutchman, we love the water. Hey Tommy, how you doing? Red Bull has good wings, they do, Iceni, they do. Go for the kill. Hey, Demon, how you doing? Steering wheel debate, yeah. No kill, no. No, I mean, the barriers were threatening to kill me on my run round, but we made it to the podium. What am I? Oh no, it's fine. I'm the one in the middle. I was gonna say, what is a guy in the FA? It's a very flamboyant race suit. A wife asks her software engineer husband, "Hey, could you go to the shop for me and get a litre of milk? And if they have eggs, get 6." The husband returns with 6 litres of milk. Why on earth did you buy 6 litres of milk? Asked the bewildered wife. They had eggs. Indeed. Got to be careful with your conditional logic. Very good, I see, and I like it. Oh, we made it. We got onto the podium as well. In only our second race? Third race, I think. Austria, obviously. Favourite. Well, touch wood. I mean, it's not going too badly so far. We're keeping it mostly on the track. Mostly. It's a shame our lobbies dropped down. We had absolute loads in there, didn't we? Well, perhaps we'll do this one, and then perhaps we'll try and increase it. Maybe we'll see if there's anyone playing in 25% races. Try and get a bit more overtaking and a pit stop in as well for a bit of fun. See where we get. I hope you're ready for tomorrow's stream, Timey. I'm going to need all the guidance. Get me through it. But I'm looking forward to it. Can't wait to play it. I had to read it slowly, but I laughed when I finally understood. It's a good one. I think I've heard it before, but it's a good one. Got to be careful. Again, it's kind of it's useful outside of just kind of software engineering there, I guess, because it's be careful how literal you are, especially if someone will take it too literal. Gotta read between the lines. Somehow the car actually managed to get into neutral there. Midway round that corner. Oh, it was a little over, but it felt fast. That was good fun. 4th, yeah, I'll take that. Again, don't want to be on the inside. If we're on the inside, we want to get to the outside before the first corner, because we'll get smushed. It'll happen. Pick B a few reads to get it as well. I've seen that joke before. Still a good one. It is indeed. Oh, 4th's not so great when you're right in the back. It felt faster. It felt faster than the ones we were doing in the Red Bull earlier. Never mind. Time to keep out of everyone's way and overtake them on the straight. That'll be fine. Oh, we're on the inside. Nads. Right, need to try and get across either out in front of red and yellow monstrosity in front of us, or back in. I mean, ends.
Nice start. Let's keep it up.
Ooh, that was a good start. Just need to try and keep off the curbs. Close in on these two. This guy in front is making mistakes, and he's dropped back from the other guy. If we can clear him, we can start chasing down the leader.
DRS is now enabled.
Come on! Need a bit more overtake. He's gone wide. That's it. That's what we needed.
Gate clear.
Now those two are going to be squabbling. And chase down the guy out in front. Oh, it's Lagger again. Yeah. Bit too sharp on that corner. 3 seconds up the road. I think that might be it. We probably took a bit too much out of our tyres fighting through the rest of the field. Don't think we've got enough really to push hard enough to catch him in a lap.
This is your final lap of the race.
Oh, a guy behind almost came up on us at the end, but hey ho. Oh. I was digging in our garden when I found a chest full of gold coins. I was about to run straight home to tell my wife about it, but then I remembered why I was digging in our garden. Oh dear. Nice lagger in that flamboyant suit. Very garish. I had a goldfish who could break dance on the carpet for 20 seconds and only one. Oh, dear God. Yeah, he was digging a hole to bury his wife. That's way darker than you thought. Lagger not lagging, indeed. But you know what, two races on the trot, on the podium. Very happy. Maybe it's the chair. Maybe. Yeah, Christ, he put in an absolute stormer of a lap there. But he was out front, I think. I think he was out front the whole of the race, so not having to worry about attacking a car in front, he'd lose quite as much rubber. Right, there's actually a good few people in now. See if we can do one more with this lot, and then we'll I tell you what, we'll leave that session, because what we'll do is we'll try and do a 25% race, but I'll just opt to the loo first, and then we'll come back and search. Be right back. Hopefully I don't knock everything over on my way out of the racing simulator. Right back. Ooh. And we're back. Ooh, almost hit the green. Lovely. Falling down the dad joke, or the dark joke section of the internet, not the dad jokes. Oh, okay. And if we'll get in on this, the qualifying, so we'll see if we're gonna have to wait through a 25% lap, or we'll let that and try again. I don't think we'll be able to join in on this. We'll see. We'll see if it chucks us in for the race, and if not, we'll exit out. Else. Right, just pulling up my jeans. Oh dear. Dark Dad sounds right if you slow them together. Maybe Dark Dad jokes. I'm sure there must be a section for types of jokes. A pessimist looks at a glass of water and states it is half empty. An optimist looks at the same glass and states it is half full. But an engineer sees it and states the glass is twice as tall as it should be. Excellent. When I see the names of lovers engraved on a tree, I don't find it cute or romantic. I find it weird how many people take knives with them on dates. That is a good one. Oh, it did make it into the race. Fantastic. Right, where we're going, what we're doing, and where we're doing it at. What the heck is this? Where this is? Is it France? No. Hungary, maybe? Been hit spectacularly up the rear by cars behind, but we're off. Oh, of course, it's Monza, isn't it? Oh, good God! Oh! Don't know why it took me so long to work that one out, especially when there were Italian flags hanging everywhere.
That's a strong start. Well done.
Thank you, Jeff. I live to make you proud. A little too much curb there. Oh, someone's gone into the barrier. Oh! Squeaky bump! Don't mind me. Just making my way through. Much better. Very, very, very hot on my derriere, though. You need fastest lap.
That's a new fastest lap of the race.
Thank you, Jeff. Are you proud of me yet? Keep off the grass. You are not a lawnmower.
Yellow flag.
Oh, yellow flag. What for? That's not the leader off.
Green flag.
Oh, pay attention. I think we held him off fairly. Fairly? All's fair in F1, argy bargy. Need to try and pick up the pace a little bit because the leader's getting a long way out in front now. A little too close for comfort. They're making the gains on the straights even though they're not quite in DRS range yet. I want to try and save as much fuel as I can though. Run a bit faster later on in the race. Try and use a bit of my ERS to hold him off, use it defensively, and we can do. Broke far too early there though. Gave him an advantage. He's going to be right on my tail now.
Okay, the car behind is catching you by 5/10 a lap. 5/10.
I don't want that menu up in front of me. How do I get rid of it?
Got that confirmed.
I'm glad you got it, Jeff, because I don't know what I said. Try and keep with him. Try and use the DRS to our advantage. Okay, pit window is open. Keep it off the grass, you moron! That's irritating. Yeah, tyres have pretty much had it though. Oh! Okay. Damn. Someone else is off. Come on.
Confirmed. We'll receive you at the end of this.
Whoa! Trying to kill me. Right, fresh pair of tyres. We'll see if we can close the gap in a little bit on these guys. Not so far up the road that we can't come back. Probably just pushed a little too long and thank God for the automatic pit lane assist. Closer we can get. Be a little ways off again. But we forced him to defend too hard as well, so come back on the inside though. Oh. Oof. Back. God dang it. Oh. Well, that was a good race. Despite the end. Oh, man. That was very good. Very good. Shame about that, really. Because we'd have probably made it back up to fourth, probably maybe caught third, depending on when they pitted. Oh, man. That's good, though. Good. This thinking position is sort of working with the elevated point. What's been going on in chat? Would it concern you if I told you I had a knife on me at the moment? No, not really. You have swords in your room, or are you on a date? I was just on a date and be close. Yeah. In due time, exactly. Right, late lunch done, and so is the beer. Step away from the feet. No worries, Demon. I hope it doesn't cause you too much. Take too much time out of your day, and you can get back to relaxing. My solution to such things was don't ask, definitely don't tell. Very good, Harathi. Very good. Ask no question, I should tell you no lies. Exactly. Exactly. Lie in other languages too. It's always a good one, yeah. Just talk to a different language. What's the difference between between an introverted and an extroverted engineer. An introverted engineer looks at his shoes when he's talking to you. An extroverted engineer looks at your shoes when he's talking to you. Very good. Very good. Right, we'll keep with this for the next round actually, because it was quite a good lobby to have in, despite the number of DNFs and my wheel falling off. We'll be back at it. Well, I've just actually the F1, the official F1 2021 video game is just popped up on my feed. I don't know if it'll show up. Now, I really haven't looked at it too much. Has there been a trailer out for it yet? Oh, this guy just went off. Neto. Where's the guy behind him? Close, but no cigar. Oh, yeah, because he was doing that all the time that I was behind him as well. I think he's probably safe though. He's probably had just enough time ahead. He had 10 seconds in hand. I don't know what happened to Rado97 behind him. Oh no, he's still on Steam early, yeah. I'm just looking at the at their Facebook page, but most of it's 2020 stuff. But they finally put up the picture of, yeah. If I go to the 2020 link, what does it actually say about the game? Oh, there is a trailer. Okay. Watch the trailer. Last lap, so perfect time. Watch a YouTube video. Where's my play capture? My husband is so mad that I have no sense of direction, so I packed up my stuff and right. Very good. Very good. Select option. Come on. You're using barely any CPU power. Some CPU power. Show me the drop down. Don't. Another one. Oh. God, what's... Oh. What? No. Ah. What do I want? I want... Okay. God, it's lagging out something hard in that. In that. Oh, goodness. Come on. Come on, little software. I know you can do it. There you go. Right, add source. There we go. Come on. God, why is it lagging so hard? Right. Bring it back. It'd be nice if we could mute the F1 game capture. No, probably not.
He tried to stop them from signing you.
Anything for our star driver.
That sounds dark and mysterious.
Here we go! Ackerman's going for it! Down the inside of the hairpin! Oh, this can't work!
Takes a brave man to admit he can't compete anymore.
Sounds more like
Sorry for you, mate. You never stood a chance with him.
how far will you go? Looks more
Respect,
like
give respect. That's how it works.
more Need for Speed-esque drama than Formula One, but I mean we'll be able to have little fisticuffs in the pit lane after qualifying and things. I mean, I wouldn't say that's necessarily told me an awful lot about the game, but you know, swings and roundabouts. So. Yeah, it's very cryptic. Cryptic. Dominic, speak. Yeah, not not sure what to make of that. I guess it's again just more dynamic storytelling in the my goodness, words in the career mode. Thank you. There we go. Got that in. Yeah, more storytelling, I guess, more dramatic storytelling in the career mode. Maybe. Not entirely sure if that's ultimately necessary. I mean, I appreciate we don't see half of what goes on in Formula One, and I'm sure there are heated discussions, and well, we know from 2019, Max Verstappen in Brazil, and Ocon. Was it 2018? 2019? After Brazil, after they collided, and there were fisticuffs there in the pit, in the garage, in the pit lane afterwards. But I mean, I wouldn't say that the game needs to revolve around it. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what impact that has on it. Spain. Ooh, very wide there. Come on, bring it back in. Come on. In. By no means a clean lap. Let's see what we can do in the race. I feel like I'm sat up to a smidge too far forward. Okay. All my jeans have fallen down a bit. There we go. Have to be a reading job on the Steam page for that game. Yeah, that will wait for a proper gameplay trailer, I think. What did I miss and how dark did Rhino's Junk go? Not too dark. Not too dark. Good. That's why I've been staying away from Resident Evil trailers. Yeah, village trailers, yeah. The huge vampire boob lady. If that's not a selling point for your game, I don't know what is. Yeah. Tough. When's that out, BR? Not too long. Wait, is it now? If The Simpsons taught me anything, always listen to the boob lady. There we are. Right, what's the strat? Lap 6, whichever way we did it. The big vampire boob lady made the newspaper. They psychoanalyzed it. Excellent. That was an awful start, but rather bogged down and was very late off the line. Ooh, he's still behind me. And he wasn't going to budge at all. Probably should have backed out. Dipped up the inside.
Don't worry about the start. We can still get a good result here.
Thanks, Jeff. I won't. My foot in there a bit more.
Caution, caution.
Cars off there. Oh, another one off there. Ooh. Glad he ghosted when he did. Oh, keep it on track.
Okay, clear.
Come on. Coming a bit undone here. Again, everyone seems to be all over the place here.
We can now use
Right.
DRS now available.
I'll build it back up. else off here again.
Caution, caution, yellow flags ahead. No overtaking through the caution zone. Be careful until you see the
Someone
greens.
DC'd. Somebody else off there. Oh, come on, dude. Don't break halfway up the hill.
Replacing if it takes too much damage. A new strategy is on the MFD. Confirmed. Green flag.
Last minute change? Last minute change. Oh dear. 7th of May, have 2 weeks off after, so we'll be playing that. Amazing. Both. Learned about something called male castration anxiety now. Now I always sleep with the light on. Oh dear.
Look after these tyres now. We want
Yeah.
race on this compound.
Would be an awkward one to explain. Like, why is my ERS on? Another horrendous pit lane exit where it just chucks you out and expects you to brake. Maybe that will finally change in F1 2021. Oh, come on, keep on track.
Battery charge is high. Let's use that overtake button more.
Trying, Jeff.
Okay, the gap behind is 1.7 seconds. Our gap to the car in front is 17.7 seconds.
No, it's not.
You're pulling out a second a lap on the car behind. Okay, clear.
That was very much a dive bomb that I didn't think was going to work. To be fair, I actually thought I was going to be going into the back of him. Come on. You can play that game, my friend. Bit of argy-bargy. Oh, come on, now he's just brake checking me.
Be careful with the front wing. You've taken some minor damage. Fuel target is +1. Faster engine modes are available.
I have to back off for a lap or two. Build up some airs and come back. kind of hoping that actually we're going to run into this car in front. Might just slow this guy down enough for me to find a way through. My only fear is that I'm taking too much out of the tyres now. And there's still a good six and a bit laps left. That's got to be a back marker up ahead of us because 9th position is I think 8 seconds ahead. Oh come on, no.
Check your MFD for a new strategy.
Blow my neck. I think that was inevitable. Just pushing the tyres too hard. Yeah, they're already worn through. There's no way they're going to make another 5 laps.
Copy.
It didn't help that we had to pit so early. I probably should have overridden the tyre choice and put it onto the prime harder tyre. Oh well, at least we'll have a bit of speed. The end hit. Oh, dear lord.
Easy on the car. We can't sustain this level of damage.
Aren't the maps based on real tracks? Can't change an issue if it's accurate to the real world thing. Well, no, it's just in terms of if that was in reference to the pit lane, it's more a case of the game doesn't hand back control to you until you're at the end of the pit lane, and by that point you're so close to the corner that it's still at full acceleration, whereas actually you'd be slowing down probably before you get to the end hit, which means that quite often you've got your foot hard on the brake by that point and you lock up on a set of new tyres, which is beyond irritating because you've just pitted for them. But yeah, not a problem in terms of the actual positioning of the pit lane. It's just the way in which the game hands back control to you from the pit lane that's the pain in the backside. The benefit here is I've got the car that's out in first is actually I'll give him a bit of a tow. good because there's only 3 laps left. For this one.
Blue flag.
Come on, bud, if you're going to come through, come through.
Blue flag conditions. Create a gap and let the car behind through.
That's what I was doing, Jeff, but I weren't coming through.
The gap to the car ahead is 23.0 seconds.
Oh, man, squirming all over it. How's my tyre wear down that much already? Oh, these are a bloody used pair of... These were my tyres that I put on at the beginning. No wonder there's no blooming grip on them. Blimmin' heck, Jeff. I wonder there's no grip in any of the corners. There's an out left on the tyre. Come on. Really oddly, I think there's a little bit of dead zone on my wheel. Kind of catching it a bit. Well, that and I'm forgotten how to use it.
Use your overtake button more. It's time to utilize some of this energy.
Alright, Jeff. I'll use some of it. Give me a moment. Get off my case, man. Yeah, it's just there's a little bit of wiggle here. It's not really doing a lot, and then I seem to turn in, and not an awful lot happens, and then I get a bit too much. Turning out's fine, and the resistance is good. Maybe it's just something I've got to get used to again.
+1 lap with extra fuel. Fuel target +1.
Thank you, Jeff. My name is Jeff. Indeed, Rafi, there can be only one Jeff. Yeah, so the dead zone's definitely there. There's no more turning. It's definitely nice to be back onto the wheel and pedals though. Oh, blimmin' heck. Jeff was paid off by our competitors. It's Doggy Dog World. Yeah, I mean, certainly, if anything, if anything's to go by on the the F1 2021 trailer, certainly sounds like Jeff could be paid off. And you know, do unspeakable deeds, either for your benefit or working against you by your adversaries. So keep an eye on Jeff. F1 2021. I think. Right, I think we'll do one more 5-lap race and then see how we are for time. I was going to go until about 10:30, 11ish, but we'll see. We'll see what's about. Maybe we'll finish off the night with a game or two of Magic. See. Oh, that was a hard one. People going off all over the place. Driving. What is that? Oh, he's doing the great acceleration. Needs a Twitch integration so we can pay Jeff off. That would be great, wouldn't it? I wondered if they'd ever do like a Formula E version of the game, where you could actually do a Twitch integration for like the fan boost. Potentially choose different drivers in the race to, yeah, give that extra bit of electrical horsepower too. But yes, not surprised the safety rating went down. There were a couple of knocks, a couple of scrapes. Dun, 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 dun. Never mind. That would be quite a cool Twitch integration. Right, let's hop out of that. And we'll do one more race. We'll do another 5-lepper. Choice of drivers, racetrack, and enough money with, in the race, yeah. I mean, it could, yeah, it could be quite good. Or just have a custom mode where you could maybe do that. Oh, is it glitched out? Oh, excuse me. We'll give it a second then. Oh. Is it really only 25 and 5% in? Do one ranked or custom lock? I think they've started them up again. They were doing throughout the season. They were doing the same race weekend races in the game with the practice qualifying and everything else in the race, so you could play along. Which have AI drivers with Twitch subnames. That would be cool. That would be cool. Ooh, error code. Go to join NM14. That mean the Google. That would be apt, wouldn't it, if the servers went? Alright, we're in. Doesn't seem to be loading. We'll give it a sec. Servers are down F. Oh. Error. Sometimes an error when you fail to make a direct connection to the host machine. Ah, there we go. Never mind. Yeah, China. Why not? That'd be a good one. Good one to end on. End the F1 on it. The more points put into the AI drivers, the better skill. That could be really good actually. Yeah, be quite a fun one. I guess it would just be a difficult. Oh, excuse me. I guess it would just be a difficult. Oh, why's that restarted? China. Break China. No, China. Oh no, it has gone to China. Fine. Thought it went to Abu Dhabi for a sec. I guess it would just be a case of if there's not that many people interacting with it, does it just balance it across the board, or does it have like predefined values maybe to use? But that could be quite. Have you seen the error COD players been getting for reaching high level? I haven't. BR, what's that all about? Oh, excuse me. Sleepy. Ba-da-dum, dum, dum. Got in here. King Yoda on Twitch. It's basically a code written error for a ban given to players. For some obviously, yeah, that is weird. So is it's something that was supposed to be there for players caught like hacking because they were getting to the top tier level too quickly, or is it actually supposed to be there for those getting to the top tier level, or? Or it was an accident and it shouldn't be affecting everyone that getting to that level. Ooh, what's wide? Right, is that? Come on. So I get extra points because I took out the bollard. Leaves for people potentially hacking, but a lot of people will also be getting it. Oh no. I got first, and several people have been disqualified, and a couple of people left. Is there anyone left in the lobby? Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll see what happens here. If we get a good start, we're away well at the start, then we should be okay here. You know, that enough, as long as I don't do something silly. You got a King Yoda, who else we had? Tom A, an Axel Fury. Omar. Van. Rizzy's up. Right, well, they're all behind me. Pray for me. Especially into the first corner. Oh god, I can say someone hit me up the derriere straight away. Didn't have the best start, but that's just not cricket. Oh, come on.
Okay, not a
Lemon
bad
egg.
start. Let's get back on track.
I know, Jeff. Right. Someone definitely paid Jeff off that time. Yeah, rears that. Doctor shit. And the brakes are overheating. Come on. Corner. Alright.
Caution.
Why? Why is the tyre wear?
Caution. Caution. Yellow flags ahead. No overtaking through the caution zone. Be careful.
I
until
mean,
you see the trees.
either something's bugged or. I mean, I slid off the track, but. What the heck? Quickly, someone pay Jeff off.
Okay, DRS is now available.
We've caught them up. They've made a mistake. Maybe Jeff had a word. Ooh, he got real close. I don't think so, friend. We're gonna go up the inside here, though. turn. That's right, he went wide as well.
Gap to car in front is 3.3 seconds.
Come on, Jeff, work your magic. Be a convenient time for a tyre blowout for them. If you don't mind. If it's not too much trouble to ask. He went wide there.
The car ahead has a damaged front wing.
Excellent.
Losing some performance. This is your
Keep
final
doing what you're doing, Jeff.
lap of the race.
Omar. Oh, Omar, you blonker. Ah. There was a distinctive knock there from old Omar. Very ungentlemanly. Oh. Yeah. Come on, Jeff. Have a word. It's listening, BR. It knows where you are. Alrighty. Well, despite Omar taking us out, it was a good race. There we shall end it in terms of the F1, but I'll stream a round or two of Magic. Have nothing. Oh no, I don't want to go back. So let's disable performance. So let's take the steering wheel off the desk. Boot up some Magic for a round or two before we call it a night. There we go, plonk that down there. Walking it close to my desk. Ah, I'm upright again. There we go. Magic the Gathering, Magic the Gathering. Gathering. Da-da-da. Oh, 1.2 gig download. Well, that's perfect timing for me to put my desk back to normal. Righty. Ooh. Don't mind me, I'm just going to disappear under the desk. Be right back. Ba-da-bum. Okay. Right, everything back in its proper place. Oh. Even move. Maybe. Sort of. Good. There we go. Nope, too much. There we go.
A few moments later.
Indeed. We're almost there. A few moments later. $200 meg to go. Oh. Come on. Almost there. Ooh. Strixhaven, School of Mages. Play. Check out then. Midnight clock, eh? Done already. What was it? 3. I need to look out for it when it gets a bit. That's alright. Back to that. Good. Grab one of them. We'll grab one of them. Both our counter is put on midnight clock. Oh, library then draw 7 cards next up. Crikey. That's going to be problematic. Done. Bye. Doesn't untap during its yet. This becomes a bit more useful, but okay. With those. Sharp dog. That's awesome. Good to have a canine friend. Boot. Oh, not banishing light. God dang it. I do have a card in my deck that but not in me and I think they've had me. Yeah. This deck has transitioned from being a fairly even white red split to being a much more dominant white deck, which a lot of the time does play very well, but there'll be games which I can do absolutely nothing in, and then there'll be other games where it's reversed and I've nice long old but I don't think it is this day. Midnight in a minute. Oh, blowing it, vanishing light. That well, that's it then. I've had it. I have too many of them. Good. I know. Wait. Oh, I'm gold tier 1. Okay, cool. So I'm not far off getting up into platinum. My goal for most months. Ranking platinum. We've managed so far, which is good. Yeah, very much so, BR, but it is good fun, and they've they've just they've just released their mobile app for the game as well, which works really well. Completely compatible with everything in the main game as well. So you carry on playing with your account and decks and everything else. So you can always just play a game on the loo or in bed. Great. I remember playing the Pokemon trading card game, Game Boy Advance. Game Boy Advance? Might have been the Game Boy. Great game. So good. Not down, then I want. And look. Mine's cooler. Look, he waves. Hey, buddy. How you doing? Trading card game. Yeah, I got to. It wasn't Game Boy. Yeah, it was great. I don't know if it was. I can't remember if it supported the Game Boy Link cable thing. I feel like it did. I feel like I traded cards with friends using it. Times. Brain fart. All good. Oh, good. Right, we'll keep that for now. This is the card I needed last time, the Revoke Existence. But what have they got? They've got an artifact that will do add +2 to toughness. And it will have hexproof, and whenever a creature with death touch blocks or becomes blocked by this creature, just that creature. Well, you cast as 1 less to mutate, fine, and Shadow Spear is just 1. Okay, so we're at the moment. Oh, good. Do you remember that little camera you could get for your Game Boy and the printer as well? They were funny. I only knew one person that ever had one. Amazing BR. I remember my friend taking pictures of us and it printing out in black and white. On almost like it couldn't have been much wider than a standard like piece of receipt paper, and it was hilarious. Well, this game's going much better. Well, I get addicted when it comes to customization again. Yeah, you can just get lost in just the customization aspect of it, can't you? Oh, excuse me. It's probably why we're all going to need a bit of time when we come back to Odyssey, when there'll be all that suit customization stuff to do. Spend so much time customizing our suits and stuff. Look pretty damn cool. Have to be in Pickle Force colours, obviously. If Pokemon was as cool at school then as it is now, I'd be the king of the playground. I know. I know what you mean. What else was it? We had oh, Crazy Bones. Was that a thing for you, BR? That kind of came in. I can't remember if it came in before or after Pokemon cards. That was quite a revolution as well at school. Crazy Bones, Pogs, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh yeah, all of them. And the rest. Fluminek. Yeah. Very much the same. I think I've still got some of those Crazy Bones somewhere. They were great fun. Yu-Gi-Oh! Was the cool thing for my school group. Awesome. I've still got all my cards somewhere up in the loft, I'm sure. Oh, and Beyblades, yep. Yep. Expensive spinning tops, yep. They were great. Oh dear. We actually had one of the little plastic stadiums where you could like sling it into and they'd like go around. I remember yeah, Lionheart and I would in fact we took them on holiday with us. Camping. Digimon, yeah, that basically our version of a Tamagotchi. That's what we got, like, because you could get the little things and you could shake them, and they would, or they'd act as a pedometer effectively, and then the Digimon would hatch and everything else. There it is. Let it rip, exactly. You remember they even came out with a version that was it was motorized. You actually had like a remote, and it actually had a motor in it that would cause it to spin. And you basically controlled it with like a little cheating, if you ask me. I'd much rather, put my arm out by ripping back on that cord. Sacrifice a creature. I don't really want to sacrifice a creature. Digimon, everyone had their Tamagotchi. They're hooked to their belt yet. Oh, crap. Really sorry. I've been playing Magic all this time, and you've not seen a damn thing. Or did I just switch it? Did I hit a button? I think we had it on a minute ago. Maybe I caught it when I leant over. Thanks, I've seen it. Right. We'll be able to get Baneslayer Angel out from it. I think is probably... That's going to get me to 8 as well. So actually maybe we won't play Baneslayer Angel. The only problem is I don't really want that happening. But they can't because they've only got one. Fine. Let's attack with that. Because they're either going to go down too close to the end of their life and... we've got first strike, so we should be fine. There's... But they need 2 to equip it. They've got 1. I don't think they've got anything. Oh, well, I'm going to block it. I don't want to use that just yet, just to get me 1 off. But... Yeah, that's it. That's what we had, Demon. We had the little arena plastic bowl thing. In fact, before we got that, we actually had. In fact, I might as well play Baneslayer now. Get that back. We actually used to use an old we used an old like tea tray to start with that had like quite curved edges. We even took it into school, I think, a couple of times when we'd if we actually took them into school and played them. The grandparents bought you the motorized Beyblade for Christmas, and they were so fascinated to see it in action, as their idea of Beyblades was very different. Oh, right, what did they think? What did they think they were, or what was their idea of them? I mean, it was very clever when you think about it. It's just a spinning top, but add some funky bits of some funky plastic shapes on top of them, or little bits of metal as well, because they did die-cast ones as well, didn't they? Tell them to fight one another, and completely brand new thing. That the weirdest craze I remember were the rainbow plushies. I can't remember the name. Oh, oh God, what were they called? Toys, something. What are they? Oh. I know what you mean, Harathi. They had the old wood spinning top which you had to use with string. Tech decks, yep. Yep. I remember being so cool with tech decks. Couldn't skate on an actual skateboard, but oops, yeah, I was gonna say I can finish you, my friend. Good game. Yeah, grinding on little poles. I think we got a little set that even came with like some little traffic cones and like a little rail to grind on. Well, they don't make toys like that anymore. It's a shame. I was the head of the chess team in my primary school. Yeah. It's very cool. Haven't played chess in years though now. Played at secondary school for a little while. We had a chess club in secondary school. Well, that I part of for a while, and we never did any competitions or anything like that. But we well, not external. We did internal ones at school. Fun. Yeah, I haven't played. I think maybe in our home of the future, maybe in the library, I'd like nice handcrafted. Oh, excuse me. Ugh. A handcrafted like chess set. A themed one of some kind, I think that. God, what were those soft plushy boy things? Something or other. Gonna haunt my dreams. I remember. I know it was the ones with the little like heart-shaped label, right? With the red outline around it. I'm sure. I don't know what I expected to find. I've literally just typed in soft toys heart-shaped label into Google. God, what were they called? Oh. Not Care Bears, no. I'd convince our principal at school to change the chess club to a Pokemon club and have actual tournaments. Ah, that'd have been great. There was a Warhammer club, school, that Moosey, Lionheart, and I went along to for a little while. That was quite. Beanie Babies, thank you, BR. That's it. Oh, Harathi, well done. That's it. Beanie Babies, yes, that was it. Jeez. Oh my goodness. I mean, who came up with that idea? And yeah, this is something that we can somehow mass market to everyone. Everyone's got to have these. And they were so like, some of them were so like rare and scarce, weren't they? They were really, you know, sought after. I wonder if they're worth anything now. I don't know if they even. I assume they're not still going. I don't know. Oh, blimmin' well, that's fine. I didn't want to have a go this turn anyway. But ideally, I want to keep 2 in reserve for that. Oh, crap. It's not going to untap this. Yeah, it's... I think I've been had, I have. Let's leave it at that, because then there's... Yeah. Someone place a stone in a Beanie Baby. Going through it the window, suddenly hit it. Oh my goodness! They were like crack for kids of both genders. Yeah, I actually have one that might be worth anything from like $5 to 30,000. That'd be amazing, Rogue Wolf. Oh, really? Yeah, this guy's just got one of those decks. Can't do nout. I mean... Game. I know my aunt. One of my aunts had... She was mad for them and she collected them, and I'm pretty sure she had a very rare one. She got a very rare one, and I think they ended up selling them 5 to 10 years later after she got it. You know, when it had all kind of died down a bit, but she sold it for quite a lot of money. So it really doesn't surprise me that some people pay that now for. It was just a weird thing to be collectible, I guess. Oh, maybe not. What was that one knock off for Digimon and Pokemon? It had its own plushies, card game, and online. Don't know. What was Ooh, excuse me. I assume it came after Pokemon and Digimon Demon. Yeah. Oh, come on. Rude. Clever girl. Could you give a brief explanation on how this game works? Played before, but I don't remember. Yeah, sure thing, Rogue Wolf. So, oh, excuse me. One moment while I yawn. Excuse me. So, cards have an associated land cost. So you've got different variants or colours of land. So, white plains, mountains are red, etc. And that correlates to the number of cards. So anything with the grey circle is just any colour, and then at least one. Require one. So, for example, we can put down the Hallowed Priest because it's one of any colour type plus one, or one tapped land or one tapped resource plus that. That's pretty much all we can put down, actually. That's how you play them. So these are all considered spells in general. They can have abilities like the Hallowed Priest, who whenever you gain a life you put a 1/1 counter on them. So the left side is their strength and the right side is their toughness. Toughness for defense, strength for attacking. Again, some of these have some fairly substantial abilities, and you've got things like spells that are instant effect that you can play at any point in time. You've also got different kinds of statuses and things that can be applicable to combat. So, for example, this Dusk Wielder's got a reach ability, so it can shoot down flying creatures, whereas normally anything that doesn't have reach or isn't a flying creature can't attack or defend from flying creatures. Cool. Yeah, you start with 7 cards, or you can mulligan and then discard one, so you'd reduce down depending on your hand draw, and each turn you draw a card. You both start with 20 life points, and yeah, it's the first to 0, or a card that has an effect that says you win the game, effectively. or if you run out of cards to draw on your next turn, you would forfeit. But it does. I mean, it does happen, especially if you're playing against opponents that have like a green-blue deck. So also the different colors tend to also have different attributes in terms of how you play them. So a white creatures or white spells typically are good for fairly decent in attack, but typically useful at giving you extra life, extra kind of boons, positive boons, to allow you to either outlast your opponent or increase your life when you're getting attacked and need the extra points, which can be really, really handy. Green is really good for effectively very quickly spawning lots of creatures and basically overwhelming you, because you don't have to attack on your turn typically, and sometimes you'll win a game not from not attacking, but just having more, far outnumbering your opponent in terms of creatures, so that they could effectively never attack because they'd lose as soon as they do, and then you end up with them conceding typically. Neopets. Oh, I do remember that demon. I do remember that. Won't block this time, so I've got just enough life to hold off. But the problem with these types of decks, sometimes there's just nothing you can do. Not really a great. That's why I'm not a fan of playing against kind of blue and green decks, 'cause they're quite good against mine. Really want to attack either because he's fine. Don't remember a card game for Neopets. No, I don't. But I certainly remember the name Neopets, and I vaguely remember, like, God. But yeah, so you've then got red decks, which are really good for just dealing out a lot of damage. Black decks also good for dealing out damage, and also a lot of black creatures have an attribute called Death Touch. So if they deal any damage to a creature in combat, regardless of whether or not they beat them in terms of strength to toughness, they'll destroy the opposing creature, which is really, really. Monster Rancher, that I do remember, yeah. I do remember that. Right, okay, so we can damage with, I think he's got us. Yeah. But yeah, I'm playing in ranked at the moment, which at this level you lose only, in gold you only lose 1 pip per loss. In platinum you lose 2 pips. And it's there's 4 tiers per rank. Per rank level. The next one up is... Right, we'll do one more game. I hope that helps explain it, Rogue Wolf, but yeah, feel free to ask any other questions. I played it on and off for a long time, and I do have quite a lot. I say, look over my shoulder, they're not there at the moment in the den. I do have a lot of the physical cards. I've played the physical card game as well. The only downside to the physical card game is that they, every like 3 to 4 months, they tend to bring out like a new deck set. And it's not like a massive number of new cards. It's certainly enough to build a good couple of decks with, or mix and match. And what they do is, typical standard game like rule set stipulates that you should build a deck from the latest set of like 3 to 4 active decks that are available. So you basically keep changing stuff out, and so that they can also retire old cards and old abilities, and they can change the rule sets without it impacting stuff too much. But there are legacy game modes where you can play with the more historic card sets, so they're never truly wasted. But it's just a case of, like, every couple of months, in theory, you could end up spending quite a bit of money getting new decks and things. And I mean, I love them. I love having the cards, because the other thing is the artwork is stunning. And the really nice thing is, I don't know if you can see, that at the bottom of each of these cards, you've got the actual name of the artist that drew it. and which is really really cool, a really really cool thing to have, and a really nice accreditation to have on all of those, which is good. Yeah, and there are, and to be fair, yeah, there are also game sets where, or rule sets where you can, you know, it's kind of unlimited in terms of which deck pools you can pull from. So it doesn't matter, but it's the only thing that kind of puts me off buying more is knowing that I'll probably never really get to a point where I'd use them all. But I'm going to teach Millie how to play it. It's going to be fine. Millie can play. To be fair, once restrictions are all back down, I'll be able to go and play against Lionheart in person, and a couple other friends that have cards as well, which we play. That'll be good. But yeah, the artwork is fantastic. I mean, again, I'm quite happy to get them just for the. Oh, you know the deal. We've talked about this. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Make like Darker and Lionheart cards. That would be awesome. Some of the latter card sets do have newer versions of the older card. Yeah, so that, and in fact they've recently like renewed one of the older sets as well and brought it back, which is quite cool. I like. Yeah. Take one more hit. Go with this. Luminek. Not helping. That's not helping either. Can't be blocked by knights or walls. Powerful moment is a knight. Oh. No attacks for now, but I do have that, I do have the Divine Arrow, so both of those could save me. Maybe. A gold token, yeah. Gold token. Yeah, we talked about this, as in I'm telling you now, so therefore it is talked about. Deals 3 damage to a target creature. No! Ruining my plans! And that's not going to help, because that's going to just be the power. Ah, bloomin' heck. Right, well. Can't do that. Anything about that. Maybe that's one of the things we should do at some point, is make a Pokemon, Digimon, Magic the Gathering variants of me and Lionheart. I could be Picklemon. Don't know what I'd evolve into. Something. I can get rid of. Yeah, get rid of that. Can't do anything against that one. Fuck that. That's fine. Really need a creature. People hated to play Yu-Gi-Oh with me, but they had super complicated game strategies while my deck was always simple and effective. Yeah. Oh, and often that's the best. That's the best way to play as well. Not to overcomplicate it, but. Just yeah, have something simple and effective. Which is typically what my deck's kind of rolled. Very simple strategy. If I can get a couple of knights or angels out, then I'm fine. Fine. Like here, I'm gonna have to that one. My base form is Cucumber, and you change into Picklemon. Oh man. Do one more. So I start as Cumon. A little cucumber. And then do I go straight to Pickle? I guess not. I guess I'd go to like some kind of... I'd be some kind of... It'd be I guess in like Pokemon style, it would be almost like I'm a Caterpie going through its evolutionary cycle, because I end up into a Butterfree. Into the Metapod, that's the middle ground one. We can work on the concept. Has to be like a two-stage evolution, build Caterpie. Yeah, exactly. So it would be like, yeah, Cumon, the cucumber, and then I need to be put into like a jar of brine to Pickle, and then I'd come out as the Pickle, the Wally. Brinemon. Cumon to Brimon. Oh god. Amazing. Yes to all of these things. Is Digimon still a thing? Yep. Keep it simple, stupid. It is the best way. Yeah, is Digimon still a thing? I mean, I don't know. Has it carried on evolving like Pokemon has? Oh, bit of heck. Whenever an enforcer or another rogue enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent mills. As long as the opponent has 8 or more cards in their graveyard. I don't really want that going on. I will save that for the thing. Pop that down. That. Is they released a new series with the original characters a few years ago. Ah, okay. I remember watching the original like TV series. I think maybe I watched the second iteration of it after that. That was better. I don't know. I just remember they all started getting very, not just like one level of evolution, but all sorts of complicated like fusions or different elements that they could like evolve with or from or to, and things that was all a bit complicated, but it was still very good. Series to watch. That's cool. I'm glad stuff like that has carried on. Burning through my deck quickly, and now they've got their blooming buff from it. Must watch old TV series and play old trading card games. Like Bandai, yeah, exactly. God, Bandai. Yeah, what they had? They had, because I remember, like, before the days of, like, we had things like Power Rangers. It was on, like, Fox Kids. They always had loads of Bandai, I think. What was the other one? Power Rangers. Masked Rider. Remember watching that. This little, like, furry, extraterrestrial, Furby, like friend came to live with him or something. God, they don't make TV programs like that. Right. I can beat that one out because I've got double strike, which is, again, 2 hits, plus I get first strike from that, and that's going to negate the death touch. Don't really want to touch that one, so I could kill that one and then put a +1 counter on that Fireball Knight. So let's do that, and I can actually defend against this one because it won't do enough damage. There we go. There we go, everything's coming up Millhouse. Beautiful. Huzzah! Oh, come on, don't be like that. Amazing volley. That's one thing about all trading card games that I still irks me, is like having cards that just dish out damage. Just randomly. I kind of prefer to keep that to combat and just have things that can interact in different ways in terms of cards. But it's okay. Right, well this is going to be useful because I can attack now. 2 hits, take off 6 in total with that. Is good. I'm going to be queued up nicely to be able to defend this next turn. They're running a little short on lands. I think we might be alright. You have a cool little fiery dog? It's fine. My funky ice bear is cooler. I always remember coming home from school and like sticking, is it Cartoon Network it was on? I can't remember. Boomerang or something. Oh, excuse me. And Dragon Ball Z would come on. And yeah, Dragon Ball Z would come on, and as my dad affectionately referred to it as the shouting program, because they were all doing it was always, you know, Goku just shouting or as he was powering up or something. Hilarious. Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Harathi. I finished. That's perfect. It's the last of my Pepsi. Ah, so much. I don't really want to use that just yet because it's not. But its ability instead. Can't attack with both because. Oh, yeah. Cartoon Network had Dragon Ball Z, that was it. Mad was the same. Stood in someone. No, like this is the thing. So even with our dad, we'd sit down after school and he'd be sat in his chair and he'd have like the newspaper open, and you could see every so often he'd just be like watching over the top of his newspaper. It was quite funny because I think he probably watched more of it than he realised in the end. It's always quite funny. Please stop milling cards out of my deck. Right, we're going to be okay now. Maybe. I can get rid of... Right, let's put that down. That should be able to get rid of that one. Yeah, which is good, because it means that I can attack with both and not worry about this now. So either be this turn or next turn, but he's basically had it. I've got this. Never got into Dragon Ball. Had friends that were hooked on Naruto. See, I never watched Naruto, but yeah, Dragon Ball, absolutely loved. Love Dragon Ball. Ah, you might have mine. That's fine. Oh, it's fine because he lost it because he didn't have another rogue. Yes! No, Death Touch. Fantastic. Worked out well. Okay. With the TV next to my dad's computer, you would always see his head shift to see what was going on. Hey, right, well, we recovered 2 points for the win on that one. Oh, screw it, we'll play one more. We'll see if we can get to play. One more. Last one. Promise. Maybe. Power Rangers was fun as a kid. Watched it. I was in his teens. Asked my parents. It was always that bad. Yeah, I like the first couple of original series, and again, it was a different time. Both in actual time, but also in terms of like TV programming, and especially for like live action stuff, it looked better. Back then, I guess, to some degree, or just the perception of us not seeing anything better than what that was made it easier to accept as this is really good for what it is. And it was, but yeah, I remember getting to a point after like the 4th or 5th or 6th iteration of it changing through. It's all a bit like it's still the same kind of principle, and nothing's really changed, and it's very samey. But it was still fun to watch. Good program overall. Yes, Rogue Wolf. Yeah, I still prefer I think the original stuff, which seemed maybe it was a bit tamer. But I remember there being like some that were just totally bizarre with like impractical capes, things like that for combat. It's gonna take one person to grab you. B and I watched the first few episodes, and Goku told Bulma, who would want to see it. Oh, the original Dragon Ball was hilarious for that kind of stuff. I think they had to tone it down when it came to Dragon Ball Z a little bit. But yeah, Kid Goku was quite funny. Yeah, it's like it's weird thinking back on it, because at the time I guess I didn't really understand or know what anime was to that degree. Because yeah, if you'd asked me like what anime did I watch, I would have at that point in time I would have said, oh, I didn't. I don't get me wrong, like you need a cape to look cool, but like I remember there was a Power Rangers, I can't remember what it's called, but I think they had impractically long capes, and they had like mobile phones or something that were also wands or something. I can't even remember. That's it. Maybe I dreamt it. It's that bizarre. It's just that kind of like bizarreness that, of course, Power Rangers would do. Typically, I'm not going to get that many out from that at the moment. These, let's get rid of that. The toning down was turning Super Saiyan over 13 episodes. Hey, that was great. The suspense and build up in the Frieza saga was fantastic. Well worth the wait. Well worth it. After 10,000 years, I'm free. Time to take over Earth. Gundam and Zoids, yeah. Never knew what anime was then, yeah. Gundam Wing, the original Gundam Wing, I loved. In fact, there was a really cool anime that I watched before that. In fact, a friend recently sent me a couple. They had a couple of the episodes on an old USB that they sent me. It was called Escaflowne, and that was quite cool. It was kind of Gundam meets fantasy, medieval type story with a knight who take control of this like mechanized robotic armored dragon that could transform and things. But yeah, Gundam Wing was amazing. In fact, I've watched Gundam Wing Unicorn on Netflix. Well, I'm halfway through that. That's been quite good. Used to have some of the little Gundam models as well that you could piece together and paint, and they were quite cool. Quite often get one of those on holiday, especially if we were like if we went skiing or something, or went on holiday to France, like that. Went camping. We'd stop and pick one up over there, and it was something to put together of an evening and things. I've heard of it, never seen it yet. It was good. Escaflowne was good, yeah. Loved it. Luminex, this guy's doing me in. Okay, maybe we won't make platinum. Not got enough land. This is creating. Right, well, I'm like the present to... Not going to... Yeah, these ice creatures are the worst things about Green Blue Day. Of course it'll be. I mean, that's the kind of the whole point, though, isn't it, Demon? That's, you know, it was. I mean, a lot of these things were less about the kind of actual like storyline that the characters followed, and more very much about the world that they were creating and the creatures or the things that were there, kind of supporting behind that, for what you could see. I guess. Exactly. We were all younger once. We all had imaginations and knew less about the big wide world. Right, well, that's me. Never mind. We'll try and make it platinum another day. Well, cheers for tuning in, peeps. It's been good fun. Hopefully the zooming about on the track and the crashes and the everything else has been good entertainment, and the not quite making it to platinum as well. Get that. But yeah, thanks everyone for tuning on in. Do be sure to tune in tomorrow. Tomorrow evening, got the first of our Horizon Zero Dawn Let's Play. Awesome. Really looking forward to it. Really looking forward to it. Great film. And thanks again to Timey. That very. I think Vix is. I think we'll just call it a night there. Right. I haven't got it. Right. But yeah, thanks all for tuning on in. We'll and for talking old toys and TV shows, and it's been a nice little trip down memory lane. My parents never paid for cable or satellite TV, so all I had was PBS. I think it's like the American of the BBC. Yeah. The terrestrial 1, 2, and 3, 3 and 4 channels. There's some. The thing is though, with that you'd get like weekend cartoons. I remember like very early days of us having a TV, and my parents would have a TV in their room, and we'd go in on like a Saturday or Sunday morning and watch like weekend cartoons, because that was when they were on the free channels. It was great. Yeah. Yes. These programs were made possible by viewers like you. We need you. But yeah, thanks everyone for tuning on in. Hope you've had hope you've enjoyed, and yeah, be sure to check to tune in tomorrow evening. I think it'll be. I think I said the same time. Double check what I say. 7:30, or did I say 8? 7:30. Yeah, so 7:30 tomorrow evening. We're gonna start off with our Horizon Zero Dawn Let's Play, which is great fun. Looney Tunes, that was it. Yeah. Looney Tunes with it. Yeah, Looney Tunes and Tom and Jerry, or and like the escapades of the Roadrunner. But yeah, thanks again all for joining us tonight. Be sure to catch us